Girl, I thought you meant an actual nigga. I'm like, bitch, am I being hacked right now? This is not a game. Help
I don't
me.
like that.
It's literally, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's literally your boy. Shit. Shop. One and only Giselle. It's your girl, BakedMarys. I am the king goddess.
Dump that shit everywhere. If you looking fine and you feeling good, put your.
I know y'all have y'all asses on time next time. Let's go. Tabernacle. Tabernacle.
You fine gentlemen and ladies. All of that right there. Hold on, B. Like, cause you just got here. Let me give you a little show. That's a lovely opera. BakedMarys.
And we are BakedMarys.
Always end your night on the highest of notes. And you have officially been BakedMarys. This is out. We disappear. We disappear into the night.
Good night, buds.
Good night. Good night. You know how you say good night?
You have officially been baked.
Girl, I thought you meant an actual nigga. I'm like, bitch, am I being hacked right now? This is not a game. Help
I don't
me.
like that.
It's literally, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's literally your boy. Shit. Shop. One and only Giselle. It's your girl, BakedMarys. I am the king goddess.
Dump that shit everywhere. If you looking fine and you feeling good, put your.
I know y'all have y'all asses on time next time. Let's go. Tabernacle. Tabernacle.
You fine gentlemen and ladies. All of that right there. Hold on, B. Like, cause you just got here. Let me give you a little show. That's a lovely opera. BakedMarys.
And we are BakedMarys.
ends your night on the highest of notes. And you have officially been BakedMarys. This is outfit. We disappear it. We disappear it into the night.
Good night, buds.
Good night. Good night. Your name? How you say good night?
You have officially been baked.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, Weedies. How are y'all this morning? Go ahead and
Oh, you just jumped up there. You scared me.
I think it's beautiful, go deceiving, get sprung in the autumn, leaves in that season,
What's
got me
wrong?
to thinking, what do I do? Do I sit back
I
with
don't-
the fact that I never made it happen? Like I went home with the bronze and that really
What's
made me
wrong?
happy. When I was reaching for golden guns
I'm
and
trying to figure out why we're not on there.
never thought I'd be
I know
blazing
that's what you're
towers
trying to
from
figure
every
out.
facet. Whoa, feel the
Like,
I was sometimes two people's hands touch at the same time, and then we be trying to figure out, are you gonna touch or the other hand gonna touch? So I was trying to see which hands was gonna touch. I'm confused. Is there another hand that's touched? Is this hand wanting to be touched?
hands up. Yeah.
Okay, my hands are off. Nevertheless, how y'all doing out there today, Weedies? We're so glad that everyone is back for another Saturday, this beautiful Saturday morning. WATA, Weed in the Arts. Okay, we've been doing a really fabulous job with these subheadings and these subsections, and every time we do a new subsection, it literally like elevates. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Valorous day, fine ladies and gentlemen. And what's a most wondrous day? Since it is forsooth the staff of BakedMarys cordially invited thee to a tale of weed and the what? Weed and the arts. Okay? So of course we are premiering our third season. Okay? So brethren, sisterin, and all weed folk alike, cometh and bear witness to the third year. That's right, third of your collective, and we shall have a ball. And that's on your girl who? Weed Lethal. So with that being said, once again, Weedies, new buds, and all those in between, thank y'all for joining us at BakedMarys, Weed in the Arts. What's up? So today we actually have a wonderful special guest. I'm so glad. What's going on, Kane?
The music.
It's too loud. Oh, okay. So today we have a wonderful special guest, and I'm so glad that she was open to being on our platform. I call Farm Chronicles because she always got stories about her farm or on her farm. So without further ado, we want to introduce my god sister, Maybelle. Can we get a round of applause for Maybelle? I think it's my computer. I can't hear nothing.
Can I hear us?
Okay. Well, Maybelle. I'm about to say, I think it was my computer. I think I had it too low.
Yeah, come on.
Maybelle.
Are we having technical difficulties this morning? Maybe you got to add her.
I thought, okay, there we go.
Oh.
I know there's a way normally where she's presented upon the stage, so.
Hi, thank you for having me so much. I appreciate it. Good morning. My name is May. I guess a little bio about myself is somehow we have kind of inconsequently ended up running our own little farm here because we can't say no to any animals that need a home. But outside of that, I enjoy smoking, being creative, spending time with my kids. We all like to do, drawing, different kind of media arts of all different kinds. So thank you for having me on here today.
Welcome.
Absolutely. Your art was very, very neat to see. Like I said, when you showed it, once again, when we have participants or guests and they send us the arts, we never know what we're going to see. Everybody's art is different.
Yeah.
So when we actually see the art and we like, oh, okay. This is cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very, yeah, I love to see different types of art. Everybody does art differently, and no two pieces of artwork look the same. So I think that's the best part about it, in my opinion.
So, of course, per usual, we like to give our guests the floor to give a little, information or bio about themselves, how you got interested in art, how long you've been, immersed in art, just a little tidbits about yourself.
Yeah, so I have been interested in art my entire life. My dad is a very, very good artist. So he, like me, always spent a lot of time just sitting down and drawing with our kids. That's how I personally connect with my oldest child the most, is we sit down and draw together. And it's great to see him grow. And so now I understand why he liked it so much. So I'd say he's my biggest inspiration when it comes to artwork. As well as I had a great art teacher when I was in elementary school growing up. Her name was Mrs. Grady. I'm not sure if she's even alive anymore, but she just was amazing. She always would get me, you remember back like in the early 2000s, how you couldn't just pull anything up on the internet and you had to have those reference picture books with
Absolutely.
like all the different animals and sea life and everything else like that. She would get me all kinds of those books, let me borrow hers and utilize them, and go into everything and take them home, trace in them. So yes, between those two, they've been my biggest inspiration. I'd say that's where I got started. My parents were always really, really, really supportive of my artwork and drawing, and do just as I do with my kids. Like, oh, you want those new the Copic markers I saw come out? Or look, I'm using, Primorosa, or you should try these markers. I'm using these, etc. Yeah. So my son and I, we share art mediums, and it's just something we bond on. So I guess that's my bio, is I do art with my kids and my family.
Okay, so you kind of like, I guess you could say village based. Like you said, it's like where your past meets your present. Because, like you said, you were heavily supported, of course, by your parents, but not only your parents, your teacher, your art teacher, Miss Grady. So shout out to Miss Grady. And
Shout
that's
out to Miss Grady
with you, and that you're able to, share with your kids or with your son. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely great to have something that brings everybody together and something everybody can connect upon.
That's excellent. Well, before we actually get started, I just want to kind of say hello to everybody in the comments. I'm sorry I haven't paid attention to the comments. Good morning, everybody. Shout out to B Heart. Thank you for being here. Stop by. Hey, B. Love your best friend. Ski Wop. I missed you too, girl. Love your face. Hey, Tasha. Good morning. That's got to be our god sister, Tasha. Hey, Tasha. Good morning. Now, who else? Pantera, how are you? Good morning. How is everything in Pantera land? Thank you so much for coming through the weed and the art. Right. So, like I said, I just wanted to tell you, I ain't want to be rude and shit. It's early in the morning. Got to speak to people. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into May's first piece of art that she would like to showcase.
Yes.
So
So
go ahead,
this
you have the floor.
Thank you. So this is one of my favorite pieces of art and one of my more recent pieces of art. But I drew or
Pongo.
painted Pongo.
Pongo.
It's not quite finished. I need to get his nose quite right. As you can see, but he has a kind of like a weird texture nose, so I want to make sure I get it correct. But this is probably one of my favorites. I keep it hanging up in my dining room. Yes, I eventually would like to draw all of my animals. That is something I would like to get done. And then we can go into, I guess, my second favorite piece of artwork. Now, this artwork piece is not my original idea. It is from an album cover from a band called Circa Survive.
Okay.
And I, growing up, was heavily inspired by this artist. His name is Azayo Andrews. And he also does kind of quirky, cartoonish artwork that has really inspired my own artwork. But I actually did this for my husband when we were still dating because it's one of his favorite albums. But it looks like this.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and my son, my oldest son, actually helped me with it when he was about 4 years old. Oh, I'm sorry, you were 2 years. He was 2 years old. But he's sitting right across from me. But he helped me blend all this in, and it was a really nice project for us to do together. So this is probably my second piece. Yeah, my favorite piece.
If you don't mind, May, I'd love to go ahead and put the actual paintings up so everybody can see them a little bit closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait 1 second. Y'all already know I had to niggle this, so don't start with y'all shit.
And I sent her really quick pictures, so it's also my fault.
Let me know when y'all can see Pongo. Let me scoot down.
You can see Pongo.
So that is Pongo. Hey, what's going on, Good morning.
I know Uncle came in.
Uncle Steven is here. How are you? Thank you for popping through with BakedMarys. WATA. So that's Pongo, y'all. But let me go ahead and get to. Here we go.
Okay,
this was, to be honest, this is actually
please.
one of my favorites. To be perfectly honest with you, when you sent it to me, I was like, "This is dope."
Yeah, I love that one. That was such a great project for Zeppelin and I. It took us a good month to get it done, and it was a lot of time we spent together. It was, yes, it's one of my favorite pieces. I love it so much. It's got Prismacolor pencils in it, as well as watercolor and pen, I believe, if I can recall all that we used. Oh, and we also got these really cool, like, kind of glittery transparent watercolors that we used on this. I can't remember the name of them. I think they're just generic, like Michael's, to be honest. But yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces of artwork. I love that one a lot.
So I definitely have a question for you, and also, Weedies, if y'all have any comments or questions, y'all go ahead and drop them in the chat like I normally do. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first question. So, of course, you did mention that you were indulged in cannabis, so that's good. But my question to you is going to be, as far as cannabis is concerned, because you live on a farm, so you know what I'm saying? That's nothing but nature, like truly.
Yes.
Do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, weed is a big connector between your art and nature? Like, because we have to we have to ground ourselves. So do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're able, or weed helps to enhance that perspective that you need, you know what I'm saying, for you to get into your art when we're talking about in amongst nature, like being able to go outside and ground yourself and get into the art?
Yes, that there's art when you're a child, and then I would say that was the biggest catalyst. Like as I started becoming a teenager, started partaking in smoking cannabis. Well, now we have all kinds of cannabis products to indulge in, way more than when we were teenagers. But yes, that was a catalyst for my art, and really, I would say gave me my own style because, especially here, there's a lot of tree canopies here, and you can just smoke and go and sit out there, and everything has this like green hue to it, and it's the best time of the year in my opinion. We'll go out there and we'll draw and paint and pack little snacks and just sit out in the yard. But yes, it definitely is a huge connection between cannabis and my artwork. I would not probably be able to sit there and blend as long as necessary if I was not if I was sober per se.
Oh, so cannabis actually gives you a little bit more endurance or stamina.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yes, and more attention to detail, because you can zero in on something and just spend hours. Like that outline that you see on the outside of that balloon, like I would go step outside, smoke, come back in, and we would just spend forever making sure that that was like perfectly round and that the gradient went from black to red perfectly. And you absolutely would not have been able to do that without smoking first.
Well, that's
I would like to kind of piggyback off of that question, though, Mo, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead, because that's actually I don't think I've ever heard anyone use cannabis in terms we're talking about like endurance and stamina to do things. So that's a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So with her mentioning your farm, considering you're able to, like she said, kind of smoke, really ground yourself, I would imagine like just watching the seasons go by, like does that inspire your work as well? Just being on a farm, being able to really connect with nature like that throughout the seasons, just seeing everything change. Does that inspire your art at all?
That's a good one.
Yes, it definitely does. Prior to us living here, we lived in an area where there were houses on all four sides of us, and you couldn't even, so there was a tornado coming one day, and we couldn't even see if the tornado was coming at us at that house, because in all directions there were homes. And when we moved out here, and you can just see the whole lay of the land. I mean, as far as your eye can see, there's trees, there's hills, there's fields, there's like a deflated old barn back, off in the background, and you can see people's houses that they've lived in for forever. That definitely has inspired my art, because it just puts me personally in a better, more relaxed mindset, because when I come home, I can completely detach from how fast paced and how busy everything is, and just how everybody needs to be in a certain place like right now. And it just isn't like that out here in my own space. Yeah. That would be my best explanation.
Yes, and again, Mayla, so thank you again for being here on
Yes.
today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. My question is more so like, what time of day do you see yourself like more interested in creating, or is there any type of stimuli that contributes to when you create?
Yeah, sure. For me, you would think it would be like nighttime. And when I was younger, it was definitely more in the evening time or all through the night, especially if I was very hyper focused on something. But as I've gotten older, nothing beats a wake and bake. I will get a cup of coffee as soon as I wake up. I will smoke, and especially in spring and summertime, because I do live up north and it gets very cold. But when we can, we go outside, and that is, when I create now. More in my present life is in the morning.
I wanted to ask.
Scoop, it sound like you got you a coffee buddy.
Right. Right. But I wanted to ask because I'm pretty sure, like, and I know we keep going back to the farm, but we're fascinated with that. But,
Yeah, I think that's great.
because I can picture it, like, especially in the morning, dudes on the ground. You know, you've had your coffee, you've had your weed. You just go outside and look.
What a
and
good
get
day.
all type of info on what it
Yeah.
is that you would like to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's your next expo? Yeah.
My favorite thing in the morning is definitely by far the chickens. They're my favorite. We have a big giant garden. So we have like our actual garden. That's my husband and I's, but we tilled up an area of land, and it's the kids' garden, and we call it the chaos garden. And it's so much fun. They just like plant whatever. They just see what happens. So in the morning, like I'll, smoke, put a cup, make a cup of coffee, go out there, let the chickens out, and walk out to the kids' chaos garden and just kind of like help them take care of it. But yeah, that is the most inspiring. It's the best part about the farm. The chickens all have like so much different personality, and they're so sassy and unforgiving. They just don't care about how you feel at all.
Now, a chaos garden sounds top tier though.
The chaos garden is my favorite part of being out here because they will spend forever. And then they also watch, I guess it's like two men, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about probably. It's like two men in the Philippines, and they're always digging like a pool or yes.
Yes, they be making the pools and the huts. Yes, they be making it all out of mud. I be so intrigued. I be like, y'all better make that shit. Y'all better make that shit.
They are obsessed with it, and they will get together with the neighbor kids, and they'll all go out in the back field, and they will like dig next to the chaos garden. So they've been like digging a pond out there. One day it will probably become a pond next to their garden, and I just think it's fantastic because it gives them the freedom to create. And also, I guess it's worth mentioning, being out here gives me the freedom to create because you can kind of create your own space, Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I was telling Momo earlier about just all the funny things that happen out here living on a farm. Like, you'll wake up sometimes to like the neighbor's cows on our front porch, and we've got to lure them home. Yes.
Please tell them about the chicken coop. Tell them about the chicken coop with the fox.
With the fox?
Please
oh my gosh.
So
a fox got into the chicken coop. Well, we've had several different fox stories with the chicken coop, so I can't really recall exactly which one I told you because it's always something. It is always something with the chicken coop. But there has been multiple different times. So one, I've gone out there. First of all, I wondered where all of my eggs were going for 1 week, and I thought I was absolutely going crazy, especially if you wake and bake before you go out there, because at that point you think it's just you, right? Like it's just me. And I couldn't find any eggs for like a week, and I was like, what is going on? Like, am I just maybe if I like maybe if I just like don't smoke before I go out there, maybe I'll be able to find them. Maybe they're just putting them somewhere else. No, I was sitting out back actually like in the evening time, and I was smoking on my back porch because that's our favorite place to sit and just like spend time together. My husband, my friends, and I, we're friends with our neighbors, so they come over and they'll hang out and smoke with us. But we were sitting out there and we see this fox with like all these eggs in its mouth. Like it looked like a chipmunk, and it was just like slinking out of the chicken coop. And I about died laughing because I was like, that's where my eggs are going, and I was getting punked by a fox. He was like, staking me out. And then another time I've gone out there, and a different fox that actually was like trying to hurt my chickens had gotten in there. And there's a door that you have to open, but to keep the predators out, which as you can see, we have to set up like the equivalent of Home Alone traps in that thing to keep predators away from our chickens as best as possible. But there's a swinging door that opens, but then there's their little ramp and it goes down and we have it connected up. And I just opened it because they like to like walk out on it. These chickens came hauling ass out of this coop, scared me to death. I fell on the ground. The ramp fell down. It was a hot mess. It was like 5:30 in the morning.
Because my life, lady, my life. I'm over here fighting for my life.
It's the fox. Well, we've had foxes, we've had raccoons, we've had I've had a fox like kill all of my chickens before. I've walked out there and it looked like Friday the 13th happened in my backyard.
That's the story you told me. What a fox took them all out.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Took them all out.
Wow.
We had to get new chickens. It was at the point my husband, I thought for sure he was going to be done with me and the kids, because every time we would go to the store, we would come home with more chickens. And we had like chickens in the garage and a brooder, like all these baby chicks. And yeah, a fox has annihilated all of them once before. And it did. It looked like Friday the 13th out there. It was terrible. And there was one month that, and my husband and I still talk about this. There's one month we woke up every single day to just some BS. Like either a raccoon had gotten stuck in the chicken coop trying to get to the chickens. And then you got to like wrangle a raccoon in the morning, which is not at the top of my list of things to do. Yeah. And then, or you'll come out and, something terrible has happened to one of your animals. But the worst I would say was last spring, because we have a bunch of barn cats and they come to our house from our neighbor's house. People just drop them like off on our street because we live out in the middle of nowhere. And they, like 6 of them got pregnant at the same time. And we had all these kittens running around. And, one kitten is fine, but a bunch of kittens, they get mischievous and they end up in the strangest places. Like we were getting cats out of trees. You would have to like honk your horn in the morning before you would leave with your car. Like, oh my goodness. It was terrible. Now, luckily, there's a big barn back there, so they have plenty of room, but that causes for just chaos in the spring. It is complete and utter just insanity. But yeah, I would say we have a lot of good times though. After I just told you about all the awful things. Like we have our neighbor's horse that comes over. It's so gentle and nice. And
it just comes over?
A horse just wanders in the yard.
Just wanders over. We have a backfield where the previous owners kept cows. And it is backed up to my neighbor's horse pasture. And there's like a big dip in the middle, kind of like a valley. And the horse can just walk across, and he does. You'll just, well, I guess it's a she, technically. But she'll come over, and she'll hang her head over there. But she's really dark in color and looks like oil slick, so she's really pretty to... Yeah, so, and the kids like her. The kids will go and...
Black Beauty.
Like Black Beauty. The kids will take the golf cart back there, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we were just hanging out with a horse, But, yeah, that is the Farm Chronicles. There's always something going on here. And
how big is it?
My farm, it is 10 acres in total, but 8 acres that are usable. Okay. And then we also have another 7 across the street, but that is currently rented out to an actual farm management company. So they actually plant corn and soybeans and stuff like that over there.
So you
Yeah,
really got like the agricultural game sold up right now.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
I guess so.
yes.
They do all the hard work on that, but I do live in a big agricultural town, but my favorite part about it is it's very, very diverse. So there's people from all over the world here. Everybody's very friendly, but we all look after each other. And yeah, and just make sure, and it makes you pay attention to stuff that like I never would have paid attention to before, like things that we vote on, and agricultural zoning and the taxes that where they're allocated to. And a lot of us give back to the schools, and the schools up here are really good because it is a big agricultural town. Now I have my little tiny plot of land, and that is nothing compared to what other people have around me. We're talking they have 200, 400 thousands of acres. But they are genuinely good people.
God damn, that's a lot of land. It's like
It's a
touching the
lot.
mountains, or my land stops where the river all the way 50 million miles over past all the canyons. That's where my land stops. Like,
Yes,
Yes.
they have people, but it's wonderful because it's truly people who have actually, come to make themselves a better life, and they make the community better. I love my community. As you've seen in IE where I've posted, we have a fantastic food kitchen. Anybody can go there and it's free. You can free grocery shop. We all put a lot of time and effort into that. We make sure nobody struggles around here. And
That's beautiful.
yeah, community. And there's a lot of resources for, people, especially people, I feel around here, like people who are immigrating. I feel like our office and stuff here, they go above and beyond to help everybody get every document that they need. They don't make the process hard. There's a lot of people around here who have experienced that and already been through it. So they will help, people who are new to that and expedite them through and make it very easy and painless. And it's just really a great thing. I call it my own perfect bubble of paradise, and I just never want to leave.
shout out to community, and shout out to Infinite Energy, shout out to Magical Lady Duchess. I think we have a Magical Lady Duchess banner in here, as a matter of fact, just really quickly, because you definitely said IE. Definitely want to give them props to the GOAT herself. Where the hell is her banner? Hold on, y'all, give me a second. I know one. I seen it.
Okay, so then I have a question I want to ask you because
here we go. Magical Lady Duchess. Shout out to Magical Lady Duchess. Make sure to shop at magicalladyduchess.com. Do too, Magical Lady Duchess. Shout out to Infinite Energy. We're talking about an occult goats right now. So make sure y'all take, heed to this resource and use it for your whatever your needs suits. Hey Tiff. Hey BJ, why are you late to class? Please continue with your question. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it all in.
Okay. Before I miss it, and I want to ask this in a way where all legalities are covered. So, if it is legal, or even if it's not, would cannabis be a crop that you could possibly grow, or do you currently grow on your farm?
Girl, you was in my head. Shout out to you. You was in my head because I was like, so y'all gonna grow some cannabis up in there? And
look, when she said her husband garden, that's where my mind went. It's separate from the kids. It's separate from the kids.
Yeah, it's separate from the Chaos Garden. So I live in Ohio, and actually my community really, really, really pushed for that. It was great. We actually just got it legalized the past voting season. So go us. It was legal medicinally here for a long time, but now it's legal recreationally. Every household can grow up to 6 plants per individual. Yes, but however, actually when I was at work the other day, somebody was just telling me that as long as you get the proper requirements, you can grow actual cannabis, for the industry, or rent your land out to growers. So that's something that we are going to be looking into and exploring. I have to make sure that,
like a grow license.
yeah, I have to make sure that everything's in order and ready to go. But since we are part of the agricultural community, it would be a very easy transition, and it's something we are considering. Yeah.
Just go ahead
Yeah,
and when you can.
Shout out to y'all.
I was so happy when we passed that, because it used to be, even just a decade ago, it just was so different. And even me, myself personally, almost had my life ruined over, I got in a car accident when I was a teenager, where it actually wasn't even my fault. Somebody rear-ended me, and the police officer was more worried about the smell of cannabis coming from my car than what was actually, the accident at hand. Yeah, and I had to go to court and everything for it. Yeah, so I was so happy to see that happen, and it just remove another layer of difficulty that's just not necessary.
Yeah.
And I think our next big push in my state, I mean, I obviously can't predict the future, but if I had to take a guess from the people and the communities around me, would be that they're going to push for like a prison reform. So to look at anybody who's ever been, put in prison or jail or anything like that for cannabis related causes, to be released and let go, and given,
They should do, even on a federal level, because if y'all was gonna sit up there and say, hey, we're gonna decriminalize it, then why are people still in jail behind it?
Exactly that. I agree wholeheartedly, because it's not fair. They've ruined people's life over it for absolutely no reason.
Found a way
even
And take it off the schedules. It shouldn't even be a scheduled drug.
Not at all. And I'm sure anybody that smokes has gone down that rabbit hole, of how it became illegal and how it was really just to get rid of, hemp and the paper industry and everything like that. So the whole thing is BS, to be honest. I mean, it just didn't have to be. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the weed smokers.
Right.
Shout out to the weed smokers.
Well, May, this has been a very prosperous conversation. We can go ahead and go into your next art piece.
Yes, we did get sidetracked. Okay, I'm terrible about that, so I'm sorry. But this piece I did, and I'll never forget.
It's definitely not you. It is us.
It's
Oh no, girl,
I
show me
love this. No, I found more. So I did this actually while smoking with my best friend, who's still my best friend. He's been my lifelong best friend. I don't know if you can see it, but I did little outlines and colors. It's an octopus. So this is
what is it? Can you explain?
Yeah, it's an octopus on a one of the old school. My finger, my hands are not working with my brain. But it's on a bicycle. I think he's playing a trumpet.
This is definitely high art, May. This is high art. This is psychedelic high art.
This is high art.
Is he the ringleader man?
Yeah, he's got a top hat like from Alice in Wonderland. This is a true creation of smoking. This was
we love to see it.
I love this one. Yes, I love that one. It's a good one, but I like the little colors. I don't know if you can see them very well, but there's little colors on. But that's truly like a high thing. I feel like you wouldn't just do that. I don't know. But yeah, and then thank you.
A stencil.
I like it. Do I use a stencil?
No, I'm trying to see how I want to word this, because my mind goes mashed potatoes a lot these days. So, like,
I understand.
do you create, like, somebody help me because y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, do you sell art, but, like, it's the,
Like the mini art?
I guess.
Mini art?
Oh no, I've never actually sold like a print.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Thank
never
you.
made prints of my artwork. Some of my friends have, and I have their prints, but I've never actually made a print of my own artwork. I have. I guess I never looked into that. I am the go-to. What? I'm sorry.
It's like you ever done, like, I do it for fun.
Yeah, I do it for fun. I'm the main I guess I'm the go-to person in my friend group. If they want a tattoo, they're like, okay, this is what I want. Can you draw this up? And I will just take it to my tattoo artist. So I've done that for a lot of people. And especially when I was younger and bartending, I would do that all the time for people. They'd be like, oh, like I want this and I want it here and I want it like this big. And I would just go ahead and draw it up for them. And then all the artist would have to do is really print out the stencil and use it as inspiration. I give a lot of my pictures away to my friends.
Oh.
I'm terrible about that because they'll come in and they're like, I like that. And I'm like, well, you can have it, you know? Yeah, here. So there's a lot of those.
You.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess I've never done a print, but it would be something maybe I would do. I don't know. I'm always afraid to monetize anything that I love because I'm afraid that I won't enjoy it anymore.
I definitely can understand
That's
that.
valid.
I definitely can understand that.
Extremely valid.
100%.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, though, I kinda want that octopus with a top hat as a tattoo.
Now that was
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you. That yes, I made that. I still lived at home. We were sitting, I still remember where we were. We were sitting at the back patio table at my dad's house and we stayed up all night long and I drew that. Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I want to do a session where, like, you switch to painting. I see it often, but I've never done it. And I know Scoop is into painting and stuff like that. So I just want to do a session with you and just give you, start it off. Both of us have a little canvas or whatever. And then every 2 minutes to 5 minutes, I don't know the time frame, but we just switch it and see what we create.
Oh, yeah. That would be so much fun. I would love to do that with my friends and see what they come up with. Because I would love to do something like that. I've seen those on TikTok. I guess I'm terrible at like seeing stuff and applying it to my own life.
None of my friends are here, so
It's the truth.
Did you have another picture, Shamo?
I do. I have a whole bunch laid out here. So this is a tattoo that I designed for one of my friends. It's actually their side piece on their like ribs. I don't know if this will show up very well. I love this one. It's a sugar skull.
This one of my faves.
Yeah, and it's just black and white. I wish I had a picture of her tattoo because the artist that did this absolutely knocked it out of the park. Yeah, they did a bunch of like stippling and yeah, it was awesome. But this one's got let me see.
Come on, Sugar School.
Yeah.
That is
cool
nice.
Too. Thank you. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
And it's like you use all type of different mediums to express in your art too. Like I think pencil, you had markers, you had watercolor, like everything.
Yeah, I love using I guess that's the evolution of growing up being a doodle kid, right? Like you just take whatever's around you and just start drawing.
Doodler.
Yeah, doodler.
I have that picture as well if y'all want to see it up close or closer.
Give us a close up, Mr. DeVille. Okay, baby.
I don't know if it's up. Okay.
Do you have?
I have more. Here is something that I made for my youngest son, and I love this. It was in his nursery for a long time, like in a frame.
Oh,
But it's Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it says on it up here, rest your head close to my heart, never depart, baby of mine. And I like it just because it's like cartoony and it's pastels and just very simple.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh, here is another very, very high creation.
We love that.
Also, yes, we love those. Also created with my one of my best friends, my lifelong best friend. But this is all out of Sharpie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we call it the Sharpie baby.
Y'all at the beach, we got jaws in the water.
Yeah, we got jaws. We've got
this is dope.
a bird down here getting impaled. Like there's so much.
Where'd that come
here.
from? You know.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
The impaled bird for me.
Impaled bird, yeah. We oh my gosh. Yes, this is definitely a smoking creation at that point. I feel like
it's good though. That's really neat. And I feel like the Dumbo, it was giving 90s. It was to make a lot of cards and stuff like that. If they would draw or trace like characters with the heartfelt messages and stuff, that's what people used to just write everything.
Yes, I miss the 90s cards. But yeah, it reminds me of like the 90s cards. And or like, do you remember like the 90s like plastic coffee mugs with the characters on the side?
Yeah.
I feel like it gives 90s pastel coffee mugs that your mom leaves out all the time, and it has faded.
Good Lord.
I like it though. I know what you mean though. It's been washed quite a few times. With like it's it's old, Over time, the water be high, put a little cap full of bleach in there. You feel me? It's gonna look a little tarnished. It's gonna get a little tarnished.
A little tarnished, so just a wee bit tarnished.
That's hilarious.
And then
I have the sugar skull. I was gonna say I have the sugar skull ready. I think Stoop, do you have to move the screen back up? Cause it's still okay. There we go. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this one, I love this one. I loved designing this one. I only had pencil with me that night, actually. I created this sitting directly next to her. Actually, it's over here. But yeah, we were all hanging out one night and she was like, will you just put something together for like this? And yeah, that was a great night. I think it's funny how I associate certain pieces of artwork that have been created with the night that they were created. I can vividly remember certain evenings because of that.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that one. The artist that took that though and actually like put it on her, I wish I had a picture of it because they killed it. They took that and made it 10 times better than it is. They added
good about it though. Like
yeah, it does.
Look what I did, because at the end of the day, the info still came from you. So though he enhanced it times 10 and on a different art space.
Yeah.
That would have made me feel great. Like, because at the end of the day, still look at my artwork. It's still my
yes. Thank you. Yeah, yes, it is great to know. Every time I see it, I'm like, yes, I remember the night we did that. I love that piece so much. I'm so glad that it's walking around. Yeah. Yeah, I love that one. It's a good one.
Have you designed your own tattoos?
Have I designed some of my own tattoos? I don't think so. No. Actually, most of my tattoos have come from one of my friends who does horror art. And he does really good horror art. And then this tattoo over here, the person free-handed it on me, and it's actually a really cool one. Here, it is Hunter S. Thompson. If you can see it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they just drew that on me like with Sharpies and then tattooed it. It was very cool. It was a very cool experience.
She said,
but yeah,
too.
Yeah, I guess I haven't designed any of my own. I don't know if I like my own artwork enough to walk around with it on me forever, but I think every person feels that way, maybe, you know?
We're very judgmental of our own stuff.
Yes, that's very true. I feel like everybody's very critical of their own artwork. And just self in general, probably.
Yeah. It's pretty.
In general. Yeah.
Everybody else just simply loves it. Oh my God. So beautiful. And you're like, I'm glad you like it.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Or sometimes people will walk in, and I feel like it takes me a while to like something that I've made, because I didn't like a lot of this artwork, so I let it sit for a few years or a few months and whatever. But if somebody comes up to me while I'm doing something, they're like, "Oh, I love that," and I'm like, "I hate it." Like, I'm trying not to throw it away. So I guess that's the best explanation. I can show my next piece of artwork. I only have this one and then my current work in progress left.
Oh. Let's see it.
And we get to see it first, so okay.
Yes. All right, so this is not my current work in progress. This is old, but this is the last piece that I have pulled out. This is all watercolor, and this actually is a homework assignment that I did when I was practicing to become a tattoo artist. So when they have you practicing everything for a tattoo artist apprenticeship, the artist that I was apprenticing, at least, he would always have me do everything with watercolor, because it is the closest, he said, to working with tattoo ink. Yeah. And getting the colors to fade out the way you want them to.
It's giving Sailor Moon vibes. I like it.
Thank you.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
It's nice on there too.
I like that one a lot. I like the green, because green's not something I would usually use, which is funny because we were just talking about nature and how I love the green canopies and everything. But yeah.
Like in my artwork, that's not usually where I go.
Yeah, it's not usually where I go. And then this is my favorite, and I can't wait until this one is done. I actually sat down with my son the other night, my oldest son, to draw with him. And I don't know if you've been or have seen Has Been Hotel yet. Yeah, have you, Mama? Yeah, okay. So
I know what you're talking about.
So I'm working on Alistair.
That is so good.
And I'm so excited to get it all colored in. We actually have to go to the store later today because I went to reach for my black, and I realized that my son had used every single different medium I had of black outline, like true black. The pens are all out, the markers are all out. The only thing so that is on our list of things to do later.
I wasn't
today.
expecting that to be your work in progress. That's hilarious. It's never, like I said, we never know what, you know what I'm saying, the artist is going to bring. We don't know what to expect, and I definitely wasn't expecting that one to be a work in progress.
Yes, yeah, I love the artwork in that series. So it was super inspiring to create. But he was like, I'm going to draw an anime character, and I was like, I know exactly who I'm going to draw. So
some more black.
Yeah, I got to go get some more black so I can do the outlines on it. Yeah, it was so funny because My dad used to always complain about the same thing. He was like, I love that you do artwork, but I hate when I go to get something and it's all gone and you put the marker back. And I was like, oh, you're fine. But now I'm kind of getting my own personal payback because I pulled out, I pulled out one marker and I tried to use it and it didn't work at all. And then I pulled out, I was like, okay, we can pivot, and I pulled out a pen, no dice. I pulled out a Sharpie. Sharpie was dead. I know. Yeah, I was like, I quit. I quit. I'm done.
Just tell me
None
next
of
time.
Just tell me, or just throw it
Little
away.
let me know.
Yes, exactly. If I would have known, it would have been fine. But yeah, it was it was almost cartoon like because I just kept going through like new things. Nothing was working. So now the poor guy's mouth is like 10 different shades of gray, but that's all right. We can fix it.
Exactly. That's the good thing about paint. You can paint over it.
You can paint over it. Exactly. I want to do that thing you talked about where you like draw something and then pass it with my oldest son. That would be
I think that'd be cool. Bonding
yeah.
with y'all too. I think that'd be neat. See where both of y'all heads are. Because they come out so different. It's like, I didn't know that's where we were going to end up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that thing where each person adds another word to the end of the sentence, or and that's completely different. Yeah. Well, thank you for allowing me to come on here and show my artwork. It's given me a huge push to create more. Yeah, I appreciate
people
that.
get blocked, so I'm glad that was a opener for you. You're like, now I got so much inspiration. I just go create some more.
Yeah, I did. When Momo and I were talking about it, I went and just started like pulling stuff out of my portfolio, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot. Yeah.
This was awesome. It really was. Like, May, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to, let us see who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're a very interesting, very cool person. You know what I'm saying? So this is a very cool side to see of you that we don't see often. This was very interesting, truly. So, I'd like to see more of Maybelle. This was cool. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
thank you. That is so nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess I just do this. I don't know. I do this for fun, and I am always people's like biggest cheerleader. So I guess I've never like look at what I can look at this, or I guess I don't know.
I'm not tooting my own home, but I like to do it. I like to show my artwork. Didn't know I like to show it to today. I did.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
It was definitely beautiful, though. I had a good time.
I had a great time. Thank you for having me. This was like one of the best wake and bakes I've ever had in my life.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure having you here. Truly. I'm glad you were interested to be here. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope that you continue to pursue your art because it's really good. Really good. Truly.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the push because that's been fantastic. And
all I did was put the flyer out there. That's all I did. I just put the flyer out there. That's it.
You was
like,
did.
Hey, okay, let's see what you got. And you definitely had it. You got a lot. So go ahead.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Some of my favorites were like the piece that you did for your boyfriend, now husband, and the best friend pieces. Both of the best friend pieces were like, yeah, those were great.
Thank you. I don't know if he's tuning in. I sent this to him because I was like, hey, I'm sharing some of the artwork, our back porch artwork. And he was like, So I don't know if he's on here or not, but if not, I'll have to tell him that you said that.
Yeah, those are some great pieces for sure. And I think it's probably just community too, because I love being around people when I want to be around people, so they be clear that up. When my social battery is to the point to where I can be around people. So to be around people and be able to create and indulge in cannabis, I think that's like 3 out the park.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for having me today. Sorry, my kids are like right.
We get it. Mommy duties. I get it.
They never end. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me share my artwork and complimenting it and asking questions about it. I love to talk about my artwork. So thank you.
Yes, if it's one thing we're gonna do, we're gonna ask some questions because we want to our minds want to know. We're gonna ask some questions.
Yeah.
But I do have your social tag up, so if you want to tell the Weedies out there, where they can find you on the socials, and hopefully you do make a social for your artwork. You as an artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So my Instagram tag is Ashley Bees right down there or down there. I'm really bad at this. And then I am thinking about creating an actual Instagram or maybe a TikTok if it doesn't get banned for my artwork. So that is something that is a thought in my mind.
I just have one question before we go, Maybell.
Yeah.
How did we get Maybell, honey?
Oh, that is what my family calls me. Everybody in my family. My middle name is May. And then my great grandmother's name was Maybell, and she always called me Maybell. And my family all addresses me as Maybell. They don't call me Ashley at all, but I made this tag right here when I was in high school because, and it just kind of stuck. So everybody calls me either like, my parents used to say like Ashley May, but she better not, So.
She said, "That's y'all do it though."
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm in trouble. Okay, so
I feel like I'm in trouble. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we got to Maybell, and that's how. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Here they are.
Baby.
Yes.
Let me take a hey.
Say hey. But yes, these are. Yeah, nice little cameo.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Maybell's children. Hello. Little people.
Thanks for having my mom on.
No, thanks for having my mom on. Yeah. But yes, they're shy. But yes, this is Zeppelin and Atlas. And they both love to draw as well.
I love their names.
Thank you.
Cute.
Oh my goodness. Look at your little family. You and your little family on your farm.
Yeah, it's on our farm.
We talking about the bells, but that ain't
the bells.
The bells.
No, for real.
This was the coolest, truly.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm getting tumbled as you can.
It's like, if we can come, I'm about to be on you then.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we were good, okay? Yeah.
We waited.
Yeah, we were patient. It's time now. It's time.
Later today, can we?
Yeah, we've been patient long enough.
Look, I give it an hour. No.
They're so funny.
So,
oh my god.
Can you change the layout? Okay. All right, there we go. Because I know the spotlight was like just kind of on her for a while.
Mommy.
Well, Weedies, it was a pleasure. It was a joy. What's our ending music, Lord?
Mommy.
Right, what's the ending music?
We could do a farm ending. We could. I don't know.
I didn't realize
Oh Lord, here he goes. Yeah. Well, Weedies, we want to thank you all. As per usual, you know, every Saturday I come out with your love. We appreciate y'all coming out with your love and support today for, she's right here, for Maybelle. You feel me? And her art, her farm chronicles. Absolutely. We love to see it. So make sure y'all, you know, come back next Saturday. So we'll have our new special guest. Y'all see who we'll have on for Weed in the Arts, per usual. That being said, this was a W stream.
Mommy.
For sure. Y'all know y'all can find me on all platforms at Young Goldilocks. You feel? Oh, you know what? My banner's Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm high.
Oh,
Lord. Here we go. I knew something was missing. Y'all can find me at all platforms. Young Goldilocks. Make sure to check out my cannabis online boutique, yourlocalhoodwitch.com. I do have my pages on Facebook and Instagram if you're on those platforms, Your Local Hood Witch. I have the cannabis topicals, cannabis shea butter, cannabis oil, and all the accessories. Make sure to check me out. You feel me? And that's where the unicorn floats.
Mm-hmm. It's your girl. That's how you can find me on IG. That's it.
Okay.
It's your boy, and you can find me on Twitch and on Twitter at your boy.
it is I, the King, and you can find me on all platforms except the name King Goddess with 3 underscores. And I'm gonna just roll right on into it. As y'all can see, I don't know if y'all noticed, but on Tuesdays we've been having a no-show. So it's gonna continue until we say so. And we will see you back here again on Saturday for Weed in the Arts at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern.
She said what she said.
Oh, it's my BakedMarys. I'm sorry. Y'all can find us on Twitter at BakedMarys, on IG at Bake_Marys, and on YouTube and Twitch at BakedMarys. Season 2 is currently streaming on Spotify.
Girl, I thought you been an actual nigga. I'm like, bitch, am I being hacked right now? Like this is not a game. Help me. It's literally, it's your boy.
It's your boy. It's literally your boy. Shit.
Sure. One and only Giselle.
It's your girl, Bate.
I am the King Goddess.